Wide, city's large and small gathering for No Kings protests against President Donald Trump from Los Angeles, where unrest was already underway amid heightened tensions with National Guard troops deployed to Fort Worth, Texas, and New York and Tampa, all of them calling out against the president. Philadelphia holding the so-called flagship demonstration, tens of thousands of protesters marching from Love Park to the steps of the Art Museum. Certainly a busy day in Philadelphia. In addition to the No Kings protests, the Army celebrating its 250th birthday in Old City. That's where our Jennifer Lee is. But first, let's start with our Steve Keeley and today's demonstration. Steve.
Well, Center City streets are back open and the Parkway is clear and clean. Look at this. You would never know. Tens of thousands of people just marched here only hours ago. And it was planned as a peaceful march, a peaceful protest against the Trump administration. Organizers had called it a simple little get-together called a National Day of Action and Mass Mobilization to uphold the Constitution and end executive overreach.
This is what democracy looks like.
They gathered in Love Park, where it was obvious among those here there is no love lost for the Trump administration.
We have to defend our constitutional rights of First Amendment rights. We have to protect all those vulnerable people that are being rounded up by ICE illegally, hardworking people. We have to protect our seniors, keep our Social Security together, or keep our Medicaid and Medicare.
So, Ralph, how important was it to come here today, being a veteran?
Very important. You got to read about them and what they did in all these wars.
Are the veterans appreciated enough by the administration?
No, not at all. I don't think so at all. At all. They've cut some of their benefits, have they not?
All these military people have fought for 250 years. We're celebrating the 250th anniversary of the Army today, but I believe that is being hijacked by the President of the United States.
In a light rain, it was a heavy turnout. Here in Philadelphia, this just one of many gatherings across the country organizers called the No Kings protest.
We felt like Philadelphia was like the place. It's like where the Continental Congress met, so I felt like this was a great city for us to come to today.
Why was it so important to travel from Connecticut to Philly today?
Because we have to have double the numbers of the President's Parade. The wealthy are at war with America right now.
What point do you hope to get across today by just being part of this?
I just want to be part of the numbers, part of the crowd, and be with other like-minded people.
This is what democracy looks like.
At 12:30, protesters left the park and packed the Parkway. This was a planned peaceful march all the way to Eakins Oval in front of the Art Museum. It was an all-ages protest, from 9 weeks up to 90 years. But there's a lot of folks that are older here. Why do you think there's so many seniors here?
Because of what we have to lose. I can tell you why we're here, and it has nothing to do with us. We have 2 daughters, 4 granddaughters, and we are quite scared for what may happen to them.
But there's a lot more younger folks here, and we noticed that on the train in here, so I guess that's because it's impacting the colleges now, that the younger people are getting involved, which is, it has to be with everybody, not just the senior citizens.
And as marchers kept their steady pace, Philadelphia police kept the peace. And it all ended just as peacefully as it began. Protesters saying they had their voices heard and their signs read, saying honoring the Army on its birthday is patriotic, but so is being part of this movement, being part of something the Army has always fought for in its 250 years, the right of free speech and free expression.
It's our right as Americans to be out here and to protest.
So not only was it trouble-free, it was trash-free too. You can see here the Parkway getting used to championship celebrations, concerts, and parades, but not so used to big crowds being so clean. It made for the easiest jobs of both the police department and the streets department have had handling such a big gathering, who proudly but politely let their feelings be both seen and heard here on the Parkway today. Dawn?